I think I'm just making this video for myself, but I'll probably end up putting this on YouTube anyway. Maybe there's some X-Files fans that can relate to this. There is already a ton of videos about the X-Files show, about the making of the X-Files, interviews with the cast and crew. There's also a ton of X-Files soundtracks to listen to. I wanted this video to be slightly different than the others. I can only speak for myself, but The X-Files is the greatest television series ever made.
Now shut up.
After the series ended the first time, I tried to find another show to get obsessed with, but nothing ever came close. I was 11 years old when the first episode came out, so I was hooked instantly. I remember as a kid watching an episode of The X-Files, and I was sitting on the floor in front of the TV with my back leaning against the couch and thinking to myself, I know this show wasn't made just for me, but it sure feels like it. And I didn't see it as a scary or creepy show. It was just so damn interesting. My parents knew how much I liked the show, and it was the only time they let me stay up late. If The X-Files was on, I could stay up until it was over. And I have gone to bed angry after watching an episode because it had a cliffhanger ending. And sometimes I forgot it was the last episode of the season. They didn't need to make cliffhanger endings. I was going to watch the next one no matter what. But of course I forgot about the rest of the audience out there that needed to stay hooked. They still needed to be persuaded to come back and see the next one. But this video really isn't about the episodes. It's about what crosses my mind when I watch the show today. The nostalgic background music and sounds that creates the entire vibe of this scene. The scene alone is great. Pick any scene. But a 90s era soundtrack and audio effects, there's an energy there that I love to relive. Forget about the greatness of the X-Files theme song for now. Even though it's been my ringtone for 20 years, it's the other sounds that really put the show over the top. Here's a few examples of what I'm talking about. I'll start off with what is probably the most boring sounds, but it appeals to me anyways, because it's still X-File-ish. I describe it as soft introductions, or gentle sounds. It's when an episode really first starts off softly. Most of the time it sounds like string instruments playing slowly and maybe some piano, while you're being introduced to a neighborhood, a neighborly scene that starts off happy and innocent. It's getting ready to introduce characters and the plot of the story. But first, we need to be positive, maybe add some humor along the way. For example, this beginning scene from an episode called Arcadia.
Welcome to the Falls. Please enter your code now. Welcome to the Falls. Please enter your code now. Welcome to the... Welcome home, Mr. Klein.
Oops. Did you get some on you, Dave? Didn't want you to get fined. Just trying to be neighborly. Gotta be up to code.
monsters out there painting our mailbox.
The same kind of sounds can be heard when Mulder and Scully are starting their investigation and interviewing people, like this clip from an episode called Our Town.
Mr. Chaco?
Feeding these chickens helps me clear my mind. They're perfect creatures, you know. We eat their meat, their eggs, sleep on pillows stuffed with their feathers. Not many people I know are as useful as these chickens.
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir. We realize this is a difficult time for you.
You want to conduct an autopsy on my granddaughter. Why?
There's so many examples of these soft introductions, but I cut it down to 2. The next sound that I love to come back to is the chase music.
Scully?
Yeah?
Run!
This one is great. I hear this tune in my head whenever I think of chase scenes throughout the X-Files. It's just a fast-paced piano tune, really. It lets you know that people are now running. Mulder and Scully are chasing someone down, or someone is chasing down Mulder and Scully. Check out this scene from the very first episode. Mulder and Scully are in the middle of their investigation, following leads. Then they hear someone in the woods screaming, and the chase begins. Now let's watch the same scene with the iconic chase music.
What do you think?
I don't know about any other X-Files fans, but this little tune is one I don't forget. When I watch the show, I want to hear the chase music. Next up may just be my favorite tune of all the episodes. It's amazing. It creates such an atmosphere that I think fits so well with almost any X-Files episode. It makes the scene feel like covert things are happening, things are going on in the shadows, somebody is up to no good, or somebody is sneaking around looking for answers. You can hear this soundtrack from the episode called Soft Light. Here's another scene where it kicks in. could do hours of examples that sound amazing to me, like music that implies humor or adventure or sadness. So I stop myself from going on forever here, but there's another example. I call it absolute scariness. This is more of a sound effect than a scary tune, but it implies the scariest of the scariest events in a story. They play it in a big plot point changer within the series. It's a high pitch but muted string plucking, I think, but maybe it's someone playing a harp. Check out this scene from season 3 called Paperclip, a big moment occurring in the series. Mulder and Scully are figuring out some major plot points for the whole franchise, so it makes sense to hear these sounds when it happens. Here's the scene without sound. Scully calls for Mulder, catches a glimpse of movement, drops her flashlight, and a small group of something sprints right beside her. But let's play it with the way it was intended.
Mulder? Mulder!
You could probably be of any age, of any species, and know something scary is happening just from these sounds. It has the X-Files written all over it. I might have a great day and then think to myself, let's keep this going and watch some X-Files. Or I might have a lousy day and think to myself, let's make this day better with some X-Files. It's easy to find an excuse to watch the X-Files, and it's an easy way to improve my day, no matter how things are going. And here's my go-to episode. Season 3, Episode 3. It's called DPO, starring Giovanni Ribisi as Darren Peter Oswald, and starring Jack Black as his best friend.
What's your name?
Zero.
Besides from loving the bad guy, this has real music that we listen to today, including a Sonic the Hedgehog theme from the first level of the game that truly takes me back. Other songs include Ring the Bells by James,
Challenging me.
Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter, a song released the same year as the episode. Another song released the same year was by the Vandals called Live Fast Diarrhea.
Blockbuster generates 20% of its revenues through late fees. My lifestyle does make a difference. By strategically failing, I am proactively participating in a concerted effort to expand this nation's GMP. This is my contract with America. Oh, please come me up. I don't know where I am. It's the last thing I'll ask. I just want to live fast. Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I've seen this more than any other episode. I never get tired of this one. To me, it's probably the most nostalgic episode there is. A teenage redneck car mechanic that has the ability to control anything electrical. Video games, jukeboxes, traffic lights, the human heart, television. He could remote start a car.
How about a Taurus?
And, of course, bring down lightning from the sky as a weapon. So there it is, some of the best aspects of the best show ever made. My go-to entertainment, my nostalgia resource. I put in a lot of time creating this video. I'm obviously no pro at creating videos, but it was a project I thought about for a while, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I think I made this video for myself, but I'm willing to share it anyway. Thanks for staying until the end. You must like the show too.